Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you to GMAT Club for coordinating this fun challenge. I will be presenting the admissions results for the candidate profile we posted last Friday. First, a quick introduction. My name is Katie McQuarrie, and I'm a consultant with VantagePoint. I went to Kellogg for my MBA and also served as an alumni interviewer for Kellogg for many years. VantagePoint is a team of fantastic consultants and former admissions officers. We are your advisors, mentors, and coaches throughout the entire MBA application process. What I love is that we leverage a team-based approach to ensure you're as successful as possible, and as a result, our clients get into top MBA programs at a rate 3 times greater than average, which we're really proud of. First, let's revisit our candidate's profile. He's a 32-year-old male U.S. citizen. He got a 3.0 GPA from a top liberal arts college, 3.5 GPA when he did his master's in public policy. GRE was 165 verbal, 166 quant. Work experience, he began his career on Capitol Hill and then transitioned to corporate law, where he was a paralegal at a top firm. After his master's in public policy, he was an analyst and then an associate at a boutique investment bank. From an extracurricular standpoint, he was a college athlete. He played varsity squash and tennis. He also founded 2 clubs. One was a squash tournament for 30 or more players during undergrad, and then during grad school, he created a political dialogue club. He also recently joined the Army National Guard, and he is firmly grounded in his religion. It really helps define who he is. Career goals, he is targeting going into private equity after business school and then long-term for his career. Next, let's recall the schools to which he applied. So he applied to Columbia, Wharton, Booth, Kellogg, and Stern. Here's just my assessment of his relative strengths and weaknesses. At 32, he is above the average age for applicants, which tend towards people that are more 27, 28 and have an average of about 5.5 years of work experience. He also has an undergrad GPA that's below average for the schools to which he applied. They have around 3.5 typically. And also, his career path was a little bit nonlinear. So, he went from politics to banking, did the MPP. And so, whereas people may, if you're looking at the typical candidate, have 2, maybe 3 jobs, he has that number, but they're not necessarily in the same industry. So he's jumped around a little bit. And, that may read as, indecisive or something like that to the admissions committee. However, he has a very strong GRE score. He was, demonstrated leadership throughout his life with numerous, extracurriculars and active involvement in those. Really great leadership stories from work. He actually hated his job, but, turned the dysfunction at his company around and showed how he really could step up and be a leader in, relative chaos, essentially. He also, to offset the kind of nonlinear career path, he had a very clear narrative as to, why an MBA was appropriate, why now. And he was also, had a great personality, which he showcased in the essays and then also in the interviews. And, as it relates to the point about religion being a guiding force for him, he was able to successfully in his applications discuss how that shaped him and his values without saying anything kind of controversial or awkward, which is a tough balance to strike, but you do want to be authentic to who you are as a person, and that was very authentic for him. So here are the results. Without further ado, he was rejected without interview at Columbia, Wharton, and Booth. However, he was accepted at Kellogg and at Stern. While it's disappointing, always to be rejected from any school, it's important to remember that these are really competitive programs, and they, admit only about 20% of those that apply. And, the group of applicants is very strong. So the fact that he got into 2 of 5 top programs, including one that was his top choice throughout, I'd really call that a success. So, he was happy with the result and happy where he ended up. So thanks so much. I hope this was fun. I hope, it was a challenge for you. It was a little bit of a non-traditional candidate. And here's my contact info if you have any questions or want to reach out. Thanks a lot.